Hello there. So it's been a good while since I made a video last, and the reason for that is I don't think anything I've been doing has been worthy of making a YouTube video. I said a good while ago that I wasn't gonna make videos just for the sake of making videos. That's definitely the way it was going. I was like wiring up lights and stuff like that in the barn. I don't want to make them videos. Nobody wants to see them. So not a lot has been going on. Been arsing around with family members' cars for a while. This has been off the ramp. It's been back on the ramp a few weeks now. Plodding on with the wiring, really getting there. Got some headlights and stuff flashing and indicators and all that. So making progress with it. But I really need a morale boost to carry me through the next few months. So, like I said, next time this is on camera, it'll be running. I'm going to get it running today. Totally cheating, of course, because I haven't made a fuel system for it. I've literally got a inline fuel pump in a bucket of petrol with lines running to the rail and a little battery off a cordless tool. I'm just going to flash a fresh map to the ECU and then go for a start. We've got a visitor. Otto, 5 months old now. What do you think of my project? Are you looking forward to inheriting them and finishing them off?
Smile.
To be fair, he has just had some bad news there, so. Right, here we go. T5 can flasher opened. Ignition on. My combi adapter connected to the wiring I put in, which is connected to the ECU. Not that one, that one. And I've got a laptop charger which increases the voltage from 12 to 16 because it needs that for programming voltage. You can read ECUs without programming voltage, but it gets confused and it thinks the ECU is like a T5.2 ECU, not a T5.5. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's connect to it. So that's connected all successfully, and then read ECU, and then this will read the full 256 kilobytes. Okay, this is just coming to an end now. Finish downloading flash from ECU, then exit. So now I need to go into T5 Suite, which is where you do the actual tuning, open a binary file, AZ I called it, that's open, and then I can look at all the like the boost request maps, etc. I don't even know what this ECU is or where it came from. Right, up here, browse the library. You can look at all the Trionic 5.5 stock maps, stock binaries. So I'm going to go for a B234. So these are 200 horsepower maps. And I'm just going to pick up one for a later 9000, 1997, base boost, max boost. Sound, this will do. Open this file. Now when I go into manual tuning and I look at like boost request map, for example, yeah, less than a bar. This is all for the standard, for that standard B234 map. One thing you need to do, actions, Trionic options, and then RAM locked, turn that off, and then BSSS enabled, which is the immobilizer, turn that off. Save as, save, ignition on, and then into T5 can flasher, connect to ECU. Then I'm going to click update ECU. There's my UAS B234 open. And it'll erase the standard flash on the ECU, and then it'll write the newer one to it, which is a stock B234 with immobilizer turned off. Okay, I am confident that this will start. Right, let's go for it. First start. It's going to sound like crap because the engine's sat for a while. I've had it all cranking over on the starter a few times, so the oil has been pumped around, but let's go for it. I'm going to increase the idle a bit. Oh, I didn't turn my fuel pump back on. Haha! I don't know if this has got enough power to... Right, I need more hands than I've got, so you're just going to have to sit there. Swapped in, I've got a Milwaukee battery now, so this is going to run. There we go, we've got some fuel pressure. If it catches fire, just save yourself. That is acting like the immobilizer is still on, so I'm just going to go back into the laptop and make sure it's turned off. Yeah, for some reason the RAM locked and VSS enabled came back on. Do you know, I think it should start just from that now. I've turned my fuel pump off. Just going to open the door. It's starting to get a bit fumy in here. I'm actually not against the idea of a fire. I think it would be like a good natural reset, but I want to survive, so yeah, let's open the door. Right, ignition back on. Go online. We are connected, I believe. Oh, this is not happy. Come on. Just had to restart the laptop. As you can see, it's a Windows 7 laptop. This is the thing I hate about the Trionic setup, right? The ECU is like, you've got full access. You can basically do what you want. Fully mappable. But the problem is, to connect to the ECU, newer laptops don't like connecting to programs which aren't like officially made, I guess, like the signature enforcement. I don't know anything about computers. It's not happy with the signature enforcement, whatever the fuck that means. And yeah, a newer laptop won't do it. You need an older one, and old laptops just they're just dying, aren't they? So this is packing in right now, and I'm just trying to bloody change the map. Right. I'm back on with a newer laptop now. The older one was just being a shit and playing up. So I've got my newer laptop. It was not happy with that. It would not recognize us there. I know what the issue is. It is a driver problem. You have to disable signature enforcement for the driver. I'm just following Google doing this because I don't really know what I'm doing. And yeah, so that's what I've done. Disabled signature enforcement, downloaded the driver which comes with the combi adapter, and yeah, we're connected again now. So I'm reading what I flashed to the ECU earlier, and for some reason, even when I was opening it on the laptop, it was saying the RAM was locked again and the VSS, the immobilizer, was back on. I'm going to disable them again and try again. All right, what a load of piss arsing around, but I've got RAM unlocked on my Saab B234 binary. I'm going to hook the fuel pump up and start it. It's going to start this time, I'm sure of it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pressure! It is running! Piece of shit. It's very noisy up front, obviously. Don't know if you've ever had a first start on an engine before, but they're tapping it for a bit and then they sort themselves out. Absolutely pissing oil out of somewhere. It's getting a bit dark now. I've just popped over to the 900. I'm reading the binary from the ECU on the 900 because I want to look at the TPS output as I give it full throttle and less throttle, which way it reads, because I'm sure it starts like from 0 and reads up to like 155, but whatever that number means, I have no idea. But on the UAS, it starts at 190 and it counts down as you give it more throttle. I think that's wrong, and I have had to put a different TPS on it. It was bizarre. The loom had a different plug on it, and it didn't match up with any of the TPSs I've got on other vehicles, other than the 9000. I couldn't understand it, but I may have got some wires wrong. So this is the TPS idling. Somehow I've got mine to read backwards. Right, just did a bit of multimeter readouts on the TPS on this, because this is a Trionic converted car, and I found where my mistake is. Two of the terminals are crossed over on this one, so using these bad boys, popping the terminals out and swapping them over. So it's the center one and this far one here are in the wrong order. Let's swap them over. To get them out, this in there. A bit tricky. There we are. They're out. The barbs will get folded down, so just fold them back up and slot them into place. Super. Okay, TPS is rewired. There's a few oil leaks. Mess around with them. Let's go for another start. So it idles so nice. The tappetiness will die down. Right, happy days. First start accomplished. Really pleased. The engine sounds decent. You know, they always sound a bit rough when they've been sat for a while with no oil at the top end, and the lifters are all dry. But yeah, that'll all settle down. A few minor oil leaks. The turbo feed, the oil feed to the turbo, I think that's leaking. And the oil pressure sender, because the UAZ has an oil pressure gauge. So I literally took the sender off the UAZ engine and just threaded it into the block on the Saab engine. So I'll have an oil pressure gauge, which would be good. But it's leaking at the minute, so I'll have to have a look at that. Fuel system wise, I still have to come up with a plan, because I plan on using there's 2 tanks on this, and I plan on using the 2 tanks just for a novelty factor really, but I need to get them both feeding into a common swirl pot or something. It's no big deal, but just needs a bit of working out. But yeah, pleased with that. Thanks for watching. If you are feeling generous, why not jump on my Patreon or buy some of this Living My Boost Life merch. I've got t-shirts, hats, fleeces, and all the money will be wasted on shit old cars. So, you know, it's going to a good place. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.